Hi guys! I have put together a short video for you. Mostly what you're going to see on the video is the weekend festival that goes on at Hoan Kiem Lake in the center of Hanoi. Now I hope to use this footage as part of a video that I'm going to put together about the Hoan Kiem neighborhood, which is the center of tourism in Hanoi. I think it's a good place to start on putting together little snippets and little YouTube episodes so you guys can see what it's like here in Hanoi. But for the footage of the night market, I just wanted to go out and get some of that and then put it on here for you, so you can see it as I'm going, and then hopefully I'll get some more stuff around the neighborhood. It's a cool little neighborhood. That's where I stayed the first couple of months when we were doing the lockdown, and just after it when I was recovering from gout and I couldn't really go out and look for a new apartment. I stayed there in a hotel in the tourist part of town, and it was pretty good. It's an interesting part. Of course, some of the best restaurants are in that area because it's for tourists. To be honest, though, once you have been here a while, you probably don't want to hang out there a lot. It's cool. It's a cool area because it's the historic district, but at the same time, everything is overpriced and it's geared towards tourists, and you do progress past that fairly quickly. But it's still a neat neighborhood, and there's some sites down there, so I want to go back and get some of that so I can put it online and show you what it's like here in Hanoi, and then hopefully after that, progress outward from the tourist center to show you what real Hanoi looks like. And I even got a little taste of that this week. I've been working a couple of days at the. By the way, this audio is not going to sync up at all with the video that you're watching. I'm trying to put this together on a video editor, but I just did not have enough time to go into a real editor and work on it from there. So I just had to record this separately from the video. I'm going to slap them together, and you can just watch the video as I talk. And I'm just watching the timer because I know how long the video is. But there's going to be no sync up between the two. But the footage is just stuff I'm going to use later for the most part, so it's no big deal. And I threw in some photos that I've taken. I'll probably stop throwing in still photos, but I took some this week, and so I padded the video with some of that, some of those still photos. If you haven't noticed, I'm not in a studio environment when I record these things. I hear bells ringing outside. There's always bells and loudspeakers and crap going off outside. And I live next to a KTV, so just a few seconds ago, the beat ended. If you don't know what a KTV is, maybe I'll put it on here and show you sometime. They're very popular in China. They're less popular here, but it's karaoke. Not the way we do karaoke, but it's karaoke. And like I said, I guess I'll show you guys sometime what that is. But let's see. I wanted to go on with the update of what's going on. Like I said, I worked a couple of days this week, and Terry was nice enough to pay me on the spot, which was great because he knows I'm getting to the end of my savings. Well, actually, I'm through savings. I'm scraping to get by now. But the good news is, I'm on my way to having enough for next month's rent, which is I'm getting back to normal everyday problems of do I have enough for next month's rent? Not guaranteed not to anymore because I'm actually working, and I worked. It was just a little bit of payment to show they were serious, but the translating thing that I'm doing online is I've gotten a payment from them. It's about $15 for a couple of pages that I translated as a sample, for them to show that I could do it. And so I've got that, and then I've gotten the work. I've gotten a few more chapters. It's so strange that they don't just send the whole book. At one time. So they're going to have they're going to have many translators doing one book. It's really bizarre, but whatever they want. I mean, it's such a soup sandwich anyway. They've got these cheap romance novels in Chinese that they're wanting to translate into English, and they can't just translate it into English as a Chinese story, which might actually have some validity to it. People might be interested to see what a romance novel from China is like. They might actually want to read that, but they change all the characters' names and the settings to American places or American sounding places, and damn that thing! Sorry, the stupid phone goes off all the time. Can't seem to get it under control. Do not disturb. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, so this translating thing is just bizarre because all the stories are like, it's Chinese culture stuff, like arranged marriages, which they don't actually even do anymore. That's something they're drawing out of history, and apparently that's okay, like, to put in a book, but I don't know if anybody that actually has ever done that, even when I lived in China anyway. But it's still in fiction, as if it's something that they do, and that flies with the Chinese audience. But then you try to put that in a American story, and it's just bizarre. It doesn't make any sense. And then it'll be like, the most important family of this city is her love interest. Is like, that's not something we do. We don't think in terms of like who's the most important family in a city. That's or if that ever does happen, it's extremely rare, and it would be a special case. Like maybe is it the Woodruffs that are in Columbus, Georgia? They're like the people that invented Coke. So yeah, of course they're semi-famous. People know who they are, and they live in a small town. So that might be a comparable situation, but it's not normal. That's not normal. Nobody in small or large towns in the United States care about some family, some rich family, blah blah whatever. It just doesn't fit. Nothing that's in their books seems to fit, and so there's no way you can translate it to make it sensible for an American audience. So anyway, I'm just venting about that. I'm still doing it. I'll do it as long as they want me to. I just don't think they're going to sell a single book, or even what their target audience is. It makes no sense at all. They really have done no research on this. They don't understand what they're doing. They're just paying people to translate these books, which are not high quality literature to begin with, even in Chinese, and translate them into English where absolutely no one will want to read them. I don't get what's going on there, but that's okay, I guess. I don't have to. I'm just going to do the translations and move forward. Anyway, so that's the translation. So the translations are happening there. That's going on, and then like I said, I've already done a couple of days at Terry's school, and he's got a bunch of other teachers on his list, and I don't think I'm going to be his primary, go-to teacher, and that's okay. As long as I can get a few classes a week, I'm kind of okay with that. As long as it won't take much to add up to the cheap rent this year, and then I can throw some of those translations on top of that. And hopefully, just pick up this and that here and there. And if I need more, I think I can still do some of the online classes that they were offering before. But, they shut those down because there were so many people that wanted to do online work. And that may continue on for a while, to be honest, considering what's going on in the U.S. now. All right, let me wrap this up. That was just my update. Oh, I got a new pair of shoes. That's one of the market shots that you'll see. I'm in the market getting that new pair of Nike shoes. What else? Well, that's it for this week. I'm going to come back next week, and hopefully I'll have more time to put into this and make a nice, entertaining video. I hope you enjoyed watching whatever was showing. I don't know what it was because I didn't, like I said, sync these up. But hopefully I'll use those shots from Hoan Kiem and get a good video out to you guys when I can put it together. And hopefully next week the computer stuff that held me back this week will be out of the way, and I'll know what I'm doing and be able to put together a decent video for you guys for the week. Until then, enjoy and stay safe. Don't get COVID.